welcome to the channel. Whatever this is, I don't know what this is gonna be. I tried to make it all vibey. I was meant to film this tonight, but it had to come out of me, so I put the blinds down, but it's still bright. It's so bright. But I got a candle with some rose and some oils in there. And I don't know, I've got a lot to talk about today. It might feel like a bit of a rant, so I apologize for that, but I don't know, my intuition just told me that this has to come out before I sort of forget about it forever. So yeah, my name is Aliya. Nice to meet you, wherever you are and however you found me, because I don't know how this algorithm be working. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Also, I'm a bit sick, so if I'm out of breath, shh, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't mention it. I'm struggling. It's cold out here. It's real cold. But yeah, this video is if you found me from my Substack, and that sounds so if you found me from my Substack, that's crazy. But if you've read my Substack before, my blog, you will know that I've spoken about this a few times. See y'all, I'm so out of breath. But, I've spoken about this before in a bit more formal ways, where I'll talk about why women often put themselves against one another, and how social media really fucks up with our perception of the self. But today I want to make it a bit more personal, and I want to talk about how I don't want to say jealousy is a good thing, but it's okay for you to be jealous. And yeah, let's see where this goes. I don't have a lot of time, I'm not gonna lie. I got things to do, but like I said, this had to come out. I don't know when this is gonna go up. Also, this is the posters are so crooked, but we don't talk about that. That's so crazy. Basically, at the beginning of every week, I pull out a card, and this week I got this card, which I'll put somewhere on the screen for y'all to see and refer to. But it basically says, when you commit to spiritual growth, you work on letting go of the stored blockages from the past and not storing anymore from the present. This leads us to true spiritual freedom. So I sat on this for a while, because lately, for the past few months, I've been going through a lot of ups and downs when it comes to rebirthing myself, kind of killing your old self and birthing a new person, which is something I want to talk about in a later video if I keep making these, and if y'all like these. Actually, I don't care if y'all like these or not. I like them, so I'm gonna keep doing them. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about things that I need to let go. And on the 11th of November, there was the 11/11 portal. So I used that as a way to really list down everything I wanted to let go of. And one of the things, the first thing on my list in my journal, was jealousy. I'm a really jealous person sometimes. And I know some of y'all are ooh, maybe she's a bad vibe. No, I'm a great vibe, but y'all don't understand that it's okay to be jealous. I don't think it's that y'all don't understand. I think it's that we demonized it as a society, and everybody thinks it's disgusting if you're jealous. But if you're jealous in minimal ways, and if you understand where it's coming from, I think it's okay. So let's talk about it. And I'm looking over here because I got notes, because I get distracted. I really get distracted. So yeah, my first point was, I've been saying, it's okay to be jealous if you admit it, and if you don't sit on it for days and make that your whole personality. So let's get into that. A few days ago, I want to say like maybe yesterday. I have no concept of time. Maybe it was a few days ago. I don't know. I was in class. I was in English class, and this girl walked in, and I was like, "Oh my god, her hair! Like, I'm mad jealous of her hair." But it wasn't even just like, hair is pretty, moving on. I really sat there and I was like, why doesn't my hair look like that? Like, should I get a wig? Like, I want my hair to be like that. And then I came home and I had to journal about it because I was like, why did you get jealous over someone's hair when you know that you personally have no issues with your own hair? You know what I mean? And it was like, I really got to the root of the problem, which was sometimes I care too much about how I'm seen. And with like locks, if you're a black woman or a black man or a black anyone with locks, like, this, sometimes people look at us and think like, oh, y'all don't wash your hair, y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. But it's like not true. But I have to be like, would I really get a fucking wig? Oh, I don't know if I should be cursing. Would I really be getting a wig just because someone else has nice hair? No, like I wouldn't, because I like my hair and I know where I stand with my hair. So it was just that that weird interaction, if you want to call it that, that really got me thinking about jealousy. And like I said, it's something that I've been wanting to let go of, so I guess it's my way of letting go of that. So yeah, like it really did get me fucked up, because I was thinking about it for so long, and I was like, why would I be jealous? Like I love myself, why would I be jealous? But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, everybody is me pushed out, like we're all reflections of one another. So I had to sit down and like get to the root of it, and like understand why I get jealous. And I think I don't want to call this shadow work, but it really might as well be, because it's something we don't like talking about, and it's something we don't like doing, but I think we need to. I think it's really hard to navigate your world if you are constantly jealous and just like not doing anything about it. Like, how can you live? Like, you need to understand that you were put on this earth for a reason. And even if you might not feel like at this moment that there's any purpose in your life, trust me, there is. So there's no point in like comparing yourself to someone else, because they were put on here for a reason. You were put on here for a reason. And as cliche as it sounds, we're all beautiful one way or another. Like, we all have our own beauty to give to the world. And I think sometimes we forget that. A lot of us are obsessed with social media, and that fucks you up, because you're just scrolling for hours, absorbing like everybody's opinions and lives, and you're not even sitting down to think about it. So obviously you're gonna be like, well, maybe I'm not pretty enough because this girl is pretty and she's getting like 1 million likes on TikTok. Okay, and or like, oh, this girl has such a nice life, like she's living in New York and she moved out at 18 and da-da-da-da, and she's getting rich and she's getting paid and da-da-da-da. Okay, and like, what about it? Like, what are you gonna do about it, right? That's the question. What are you gonna do about it? And that's when you can really see like the effects of jealousy. Okay, so I talked too much and I had to get like water. Where was I? See, now I lost my train of thought, but like, I need to stop saying like. It's getting crazy out here. So yeah, like on social media, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, but you can use that as a source of motivation, and you can use that as a way to actually improve your life, which is what I do. I mean, I hope I do. Sometimes. Don't. Okay, so back from my break, I had to cough. I don't know why I'm filming this when I'm saying, ooh, the bed is creaking. But when you compare yourself to other people, you can use that as like a source of motivation and determination to get the life that you want, instead of sitting down and crying about it. Because what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You know, like, yes, you're jealous that this, like in my case, yes, you're jealous that this girl has longer hair than you. Why are you, like, you know, like, it just sounds stupid when I say it out loud, but it's true. Like, I really was jealous at that point. And it's like, what am I gonna do about it? Well, I'm just gonna keep taking care of my hair and let my hair grow, because, you know, it takes patience. Okay, let's say you're jealous of how this girl looks. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, work on your self-concept and understand that you're beautiful in your own way. You don't need, like, it's basically like our constant feeling of like we need validation and like external gratification. No, girl, get that from like within. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're beautiful if you know that yourself, you know? That's why like bad bitches don't get jealous. Like, okay, they don't get jealous in the same ways that we do. And when they do get jealous, they use that to their advantage. You're jealous that someone has more money than you? Work harder. Like, okay, no, I know it's easier said than done, like, work harder. But y'all know what I mean. Like, use that. I don't know why I'm tearing up. I'm getting emotional. Use that as a, like, power source within you. I think that working on your self-concept is honestly the key to like getting anything that you want in life. It's the key to manifestation for me. Like when people talk about, you know, you can manifest anything even when you're like depressed and hate yourself. Sure, you can, but what happens like after? Like you're still depressed. That doesn't change anything. Like you still hate the way you look. That doesn't change anything. I don't know where I was. Like I don't know where I was. Now let's talk about self-concept. I think self-concept is the key to everything. It's the key to manifesting anything you want in life and actually keeping it. Because when you know who you are, and when you let nothing come between that, and like nothing coming between you and your manifestations, you're gonna be unstoppable if you think about it. Pause. And it's like, when it comes to jealousy, especially physical things, I think if you just constantly see yourself as number one in this world, literally nothing's gonna stop you. I keep thinking about that one, like, Corrupt in Janae's song Never Call Me, when he's like, you are the one, everybody else is twos and threes. Listening to that every day, because it's like a reminder and a message that you actually need to hear if you struggle with this a lot. And I feel like I'm being quite vulnerable here, which I don't really get like this on my Substack, but I feel like it's needed. I hope this was like a reflection for someone, and maybe you struggle with this too. I know it wasn't like anything too deep, like please don't come for me, like y'all, I woke up at 4 a.m. coughing, like please don't. I don't know, my gut just told me to say this. I mean, it's all gonna be okay. Like if you're struggling with jealousy, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You just need to understand why you're jealous in the first place. And once you get that, it'll be like easier to manage. It's a natural human emotion. You know, like don't don't think you're like the most evil person out there if you get jealous every once in a while. You're not. Unless you're using that to harm people, then you are, and I don't fuck with you. I'm kidding. I'm not. But yeah, that's it. I'm thinking about like editing this. I apologize for all the cuts because I had to cough, like putting it out there. But yeah, and I also apologize for my voice. But I hope someone enjoyed this. And I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Maybe in a week, maybe in a month, maybe in a year. I don't know. But period.